My name is Robert Deodat Emil Ootje Oxenaar, and I'm a Dutch graphic designer. In the beginning, when I started with banknotes, I saw all these banknotes everywhere in the world. The French, the Italian, the Chinese. They were very muddy in color. The only banknotes that really inspired me, in fact, was play money, like the Monopoly money. And I think that's what's necessary for banknotes, too. If anybody has heard of my work, it's probably my banknote designs. My first assignment in 1964 was a real failure. I got the order, but very little technical information to go with it. And I got only resistance at the printer. They were more interested in security and production than design. The final product bore little resemblance to the original design. In the first note I did, there's a temple in the background where the holy things are, so I hid my name there. When I got the order to design the rest of the series, I demanded to be involved in the entire production process. You can see something of my ideas on design at this time. I like color, I like typography, I like the rhythm of lettering and playing around on pages. I like textures very much. And I like to work on a small scale. Banknotes and stamps work very well for me. I chose very elementary colors because it was a small series of only 5 denominations. And I tried to be as white as possible in the background. I learned wood and lino cuts at the academy, so I chose to make my portraits in woodcut. I engraved this one myself. I was the first real graphic designer to come in and say, I need all your secrets and then I can make a good design. Why is the color so dull? They say for safety reasons. But I talked with pigment and ink people, and now we make very clear pigments. And the denominations appear in large, bold Helvetica for easy reading. On the 1,000 guilder note, it became a sport for me to put things in the notes that no one wanted there. I was very proud to have my fingerprint in this note, and it's my middle finger. It became important to me to make free expression, but always be mindful of functional requirements. Color is the first thing that comes to my mind, but I remember that I designed banknotes, and they must be accepted and trusted. It is important that I create something that I enjoy today. That is the best guarantee that my notes are still attractive 25 years from now. In 1978, I designed a backup for the 100 guilder note. This was my big chance to experiment. Instead of a traditional portrait, I chose a snipe, an endangered bird, as the subject. It was put into circulation in 1980, and it was immediately popular with the general public. And after the snipe's success, I could propose anything I wanted. My next bill was a sunflower. At the time, it was my favorite. The last one is always my favorite. It is mostly orange, the color of the Netherlands, and it has a sunflower associated with Van Gogh. The bee was originally in another spot, but it had not been glued properly, and it started moving inside the plastic folder. It landed on the flower by accident, and that's where it stayed. It flew there all by itself. And if you run your nail across the matrix on the back, it makes a sound like a bee. My last banknote, the 250 guilder with the lighthouse on it, at the top are 3 names. My secret names, my granddaughter Hannah, my girlfriend Ria, and a secret friend. And I put in a watermark of a rabbit. It was a rabbit belonging to my girlfriend. Everybody has to walk around with her rabbit in their pocket. Nice monument. This design for the 250 guilder was originally to be the Schroeder house. I'm glad it was rejected for the lighthouse. That's the story of Dutch design on banknotes. What I can say to conclude is that the reason why I could be a real designer in my eyes, is because the Bank of the Netherlands was very clear in the way it handled the commission. They were very clear in making a nice division between my role and their role. Even the first president I talked to said, "It's awful what you make, but your arguments are sound. It's your profession, and my things are in it, and if it's safe, okay. Your arguments are very intelligent and very reasonable, so I accept them." So now it all runs quite smoothly. That is my side of the story of Dutch banknotes. Mijn naam is Ootje Oxenaar en ik ben een Nederlandse graficus.